Charging your phone is one thing, but if you keep using heavy apps, ignoring updates, or connect to just anything, it will still die. Same with your spirit life. You can pray, but if you don't guard your heart, if you don't guard your environment, your habits, you will still feel drained. Imagine this. You charge your phone to 100%, but within few hours, it's already 10%. Not because you didn't charge it, but because of what was running on the background. Now let me ask you, could this be the reason why your spirit man still feel drained even after praying? Hey fam, welcome back to this safe space where we nourish the spirit, the soul, and the body. To my everyday subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in and thank you for the love and for the support. If you are new here, my name is Zubi and this is Exploring Faith episode. An episode where we get to sit down and share, encourage, inspire, and uplift one another with what the Lord has placed in my heart. If this sounds like something you are interested in, kindly check down below if you've not subscribed and hit that subscribe button to join this family. Welcome so much to the family. In the last episode, we talked about staying spiritually charged or spiritual connected through prayers. But today, we are taking it a step further. How do you protect what you've charged? When you've charged your phone, how do you protect it so that the battery can prolong or can survive the whole day or even 2 days? Because let's be honest, you can wake up, pray, feel refreshed, but by midday you are already overwhelmed, irritated or drained. So what happened? Asubuhi uliamka tu vizuri, ukaomba, ukafeel refreshed. You are able to do your morning devotion. But siku ikisonga unaanza kufeel uko overwhelmed, uko irritated, hata sometimes una feel uko drained. Ni nini inaweza kuwa ilifanyika hapo katikati? You charged but you didn't guard. You charged but you didn't guard. And this is something that I'm also learning in my life. The Bible says in the book of Proverbs chapter 4 verse 23, guard your heart. Proverbs 4:23, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Not some things, everything flows from it. So if your heart is exposed, your whole life will feel it, because out of it, from your heart, is where everything flows. Everything in your life flows. Okay? So when your heart is exposed, your whole life will feel it. Your whole body will feel it. Your mind will feel it. So I've written some points down that will guide us in exploring this topic. Let me pick my notebook. Yeah. Point number 1 I've written down is what drains you. Just like a phone has apps running in the background, we also have things draining us spiritually without realizing it. Just like a phone, venye tu phone yako iko na apps yenye huwa ina run kwa background. Iko na app kama YouTube, WhatsApp, maybe you have a Bible app, Play Store, and so on and so forth. The same way your phone has apps running in the background, we also have things draining us spiritually without realizing it. Things like negative conversation, wrong environments, social media overload, sin or compromise. You see, these are things that are draining our spiritual life. Unaweza kuwa tu uliamka asubuhi, you prayed, but during that period before midday, umekuwa kwa environment yenye iko corrupt, iko environment yenye people are just speaking negative words, people are just complaining and murmuring, people are just venting negative things. When you are in such environment, hata kama umeomba, you will be affected. Your spirit man will be affected. Some of us are praying, but at the same time, feeding things that are draining us. You see, umeomba asubuhi, but ukishaomba, unatoka the whole day kwa ofisi, kazi ni gossip. The whole day kwa ofisi kazi ni kucomplain vile maybe your spouse or maybe your child alifanya hii akafanya hii amesijua. You see those complaints, vile boss amefanya nini, those are things that are draining us. Ama hata unaweza kuwa uongei na mtu but in your thoughts uko tu na negative thoughts. You are just meditating on the wrong things. Akili yako ina run tu, ina flow to negative things, negative thoughts, mipango mbaya tu ndio ziko kwa mind yako. Those are things that are draining us. Ndio at the end of the day ulikuwa umeomba but una feel like you are empty, you are drained, you are frustrated, you are irritated, you see. Yeah. 1 Corinthians 15:33. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 33, the word says, "Do not be misled. Bad company corrupt good character." I know majority of us knows this verse. Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. Who and what you allow around you matters a lot. Yeah. So we should be careful with the things that we allow during the day. Nikina nani yao? What are those people that you are giving access in your life? What are the things, the thoughts that you are giving access in your mind? Those things can either build you or break you. So we should be mindful of the things that we are feeding our spirit throughout the day. The second point that I've written down is be intentional. Be intentional. Guarding your spiritual life is not automatic. It's intentional. Guarding your spiritual life, it's not automatic. It's intentional. You choose what you listen to, the kind of music you listen to, the kind of podcast that you watch, the kind of content that you consume throughout the day. You see, we must be intentional. Tusikue tu watu wa kusikiza kila wimbo, tusikue tu watu wa kuwatch kila content, tusikue tu watu wa kufeed to in anything. We must be intentional to grow our spiritual man. Or another thing, be intentional of where you go. Choose where you go. You don't just go everywhere. Umeona watu wamepigana huko, wewe ndio huyo mbio mbio. Haujui nini utaenda kupatana nayo huko. Hujui nini utaenda kusikia. You see, our eyes and our ears, they are gates. Ukisikia tu kitu huko, that's a gate to your spirit. If you see something, that's a gate in your spirit. So we must be intentional of where we go. We must be intentional of what we listen to. And lastly, we must choose what to entertain. We must choose what we entertain. You must choose what you entertain. Don't entertain idle talks. Don't entertain. Even the Bible says in Psalms chapter 1 verse 1, do not be in the council of, ajimalizie hapo. Usikue kwa council ya watu wadaku ama watu idlers. Yeah, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. You see, every time you go kwa watu wanaongea tu mambo idle, wanabishana juu ya something, wanaongea mambo like people are just like mnaongea tu vitu as add value kwa life yako. Hiyo utatoka hapo kama uko drained. Utatoka hapo ukiwa empty. So we must be intentional of how we conduct ourselves. If we want our spiritual man to be alive, we must guard our hearts. We must guard our hearts. Lazima tukue intentional of what we listen to, of where we choose to go, and what you choose to entertain. Usientertain huyo gossip hapo kwa ofisi. Usientertain huyo gossip, huyo bully hapo kwa shule. You see, usientertain huyo mwenye wewe unataka kusoma, unataka kurevise, yeye anataka muende, anataka mgossip, anataka mdiscuss soap opera, anataka mdiscuss wimbo imetokea, anataka mdiscuss Netflix yenye aliwatch jana. You see, sisemi ati hizo vitu si za maana, but be intentional. Kuwa na time ya kufanya vitu. Usikue like most of your time uko tu kwa simu una scroll TikTok, una watch, unatoka, unakuta 3 hours, 4 hours uko tu TikTok. Yeah, sisemi TikTok ni mbaya, sisemi Facebook ni mbaya. Even me, I have accounts I have platform on TikTok, on YouTube, on all other social media platforms, but let us have boundaries. I've come to realize that TikTok inaweza kuwa addictive sana. Unaweza kuwa addicted kwa kuwatch tu, kwa kuscroll TikTok, kwa sababu algorithm inakuletea tu vitu interesting. Unakuta ume waste a lot of time on TikTok, na sasa hiyo ungekuwa umefanya other productive things, you see. So we should have limits, we should have boundaries, we should have limits. Jiseti hata kama ni 30 minutes a day. Ukishamaliza hiyo 30 minutes, log out from TikTok, enda fanya shughuli zingine. Ukishamaliza hiyo 20 minutes Facebook, funga, enda fanya shughuli zingine. That way tutapata time ya ku grow our spiritual man, na pia our physical body pia inahitaji rest. So we should be intentional in growing or in guarding our hearts. Philippians 4:8, whatever is true, noble, right, pure, think about such things. You see, what you focus on will either build you or drain you. What you focus on. Ukifocus kwa negativity, itakubreak. Ukifocus ku stay positive by reading the word, by watching the podcast zenye ziko na vitu zinakubuild, you will build yourself. You will guard your heart. Point number 3, stay connected. Stay connected. Even if your phone is charged, if you disconnect it for too long, battery itaisha tena. Yeah. Kama mimi nilicharge simu yangu overnight. But venye nimeamka asubuhi nimeitumia. Asubuhi nikiamka it was 100%, but saizi iko 80 something cause nimescroll, na hata usipo scroll bado tu kuna venye tu itaisha moto, hizo app zinatumia moto. So lazima nikae nikiangalia ndio ni charge tena, ndio nisipate iko 5% ama imezima, inipate unaware. Sawa. It's the same way with your spiritual man or your spiritual life. We must stay connected in the word, connected in prayers. Prayer is not one time thing. Prayer is supposed to be a lifestyle. Prayer is a daily connection. John 15:4, remain in me. This is Jesus. He was telling his disciples, remain in me as I also remain in you. You see, we are the disciples of Jesus. So Jesus is telling us, Jesus is telling Zubi, Jesus is telling you, remain in Jesus and Jesus will remain in me. Remain in Jesus and Jesus will remain in you. Staying connected to God is how you maintain your spiritual strength. Yeah, so those are the points that I've written down. Naweza zirudia mara ya mwisho. I can go about it one more time kama kuna yenye nilipita haraka, kama bado je note down. Number 1, what drains you, nikaelezea. Number 2, be intentional. What drains you, like what you consume, will either build you or destroy you, will either add on you or take from you. And the second point is be intentional. Be intentional of where you go, who you give access in your life, what you listen to. You see, yeah, the type of thoughts that you choose to entertain. Third is stay connected. We must stay connected. Prayer is a daily thing. Prayer is a daily connection. Reading the word is a daily practice. Meditating on the word is a daily practice, is a daily routine. Sio kitu ya one time na kusahau. That's how we will stay connected to God, and that's how God will stay connected to us. Yeah, those are the 3 points that I've written down. I want to encourage someone out there. You are not weak, you are just unguarded. You are not weak, you are just unguarded. You've been praying, but you've not been guarding your heart. You've been praying, but still listening to the wrong things. You've been praying, but still entertaining the negative thoughts. So, after this episode, after we've learned this, how to guard our heart, because we've seen that we must guard our heart, because out of it or from our heart is where life, everything of our life flows from it. Everything in our lives flows from the heart. So we must guard our heart. Start protecting your peace. start protecting your heart. Start protecting your relationship with God. So as you go into your week, don't just pray and walk away. Remember to guard your heart. Guard what you've received. Protect your heart, protect your environment, stay connected to God. If this message blessed you, share it with someone who needs it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see you in the next Exploring Faith episode, but until then, remain blessed. Bye.